What's up, guys? We got a great new kit available today for Chrome Week. I'm very excited to bring it to you guys. It is the Heavy Flow Kit. It features a bottle of Steve Garvey 2.0, by the way, a Toxic Mop, a Press and Go, the red one, which I really like a lot. It's vintage feel, very, very cool, and the Art Primo 2-ounce mop. Now, these are really great mops that give you a lot of variety and capability because, one, the Toxic Mop is a non-squeezable type, so it's not very drippy. So if you're not a drippy kind of guy, this is the perfect mop for you. But if you really want to get the drips, can't go wrong with the 2-inch because it's very, very, very pliable. The Press and Go is just like your old school whiteout pen. You'll love it. A little metal tip, depress, right, go. You'll be having a great time. In fact, I got one right here. Check this out. I got a little bit of magic ink in there mixed up. Made a really nice, kind of a Pepto-Bismol kind of color, I guess. Why don't we do this? We'll take some Steve Garvey. We'll fill these up. And because the Steve Garvey is so easily blendable, we'll find something else in my expansive kit over here. Add it to these mops. Try them out. You'll see what it's like. All right, so this kit comes with Steve Garvey, which is a stainer and flow additive. You can also use it by itself. Because it's a dye ink, it will fade in direct sunlight, so just keep that in mind. Like all dye inks, they do fade in direct sunlight. Well, actually, everything fades. Just depends on how long you're willing to wait. But because it's a stainer additive, you can mix it up with a nice opaque paint like Dr. Guts Silver or any other type of alcohol-based or similarly formula ink that you like to use. So what we're going to do is we're going to take some Steve Garvey and we're going to pour it into the Toxic Mop, because this isn't really a squeezer mop. I mean, you can squeeze it. Oh, cap's off. Hold on. Sorry. So the Steve Garvey does come sealed with an aluminum covered disc inside of here, so just make sure you poke a hole in it. Probably do it away from the bottle of ink. Just like that. Or you could just take it out outright. But now keep in mind it might leak if you remove this, if it's laying on its side, so just be conscious of that. But now it should work. All right, let's go ahead and fill up this mop. A little bit of Steve Garvey here. Now I was going to mix this with some flow pen ink, but we don't have a lot of time, so we'll just rock the Steve Garvey by itself. And you know what? You want to see what it looks like. And this is the new formula, right? We want to see it in its true form. Now, this mop has a nib that looks very similar to the 2-ounce mop and the Art Primo drip mop, but it is a little bit smaller. So if you look at it right here, this smaller nib fits on the Toxic Mop, just like, whoa, there we go. I guess that is going in the video. So let's go ahead and refill this mop. There is not a Green Ranger video without me making a mess. So there we go. Let I remind you to not do this on your mom's couch. This is a warning. As you can see, it's very purple and very stainy. And, you know, this is a good opportunity. You can really see what the ink is like. This is why they say not to wear these type of gloves when committing crimes, because you can still see your fingerprints through them. We got this one ready to go. You know, it makes the video. You know, it really does make the video when we screw up like that. All right, so let's do a 50-50 mix of Dr. Guts and Steve Garvey. And this one, that way you can see that it's a good blender ink. Already I can see that the new formula, the 2.0 formula, is extremely purple. It's extremely purple. It looks almost black, where the other one used to be a little bit more violet-like. So that's very interesting. All right, so let's put a little bit of Dr. Guts in here, and you can see that you can mix them up. And these bottles do come with handy little dripper tops, although I think this one's a little clogged. So let's pull this bad boy off. Might be clogged. You know, we're already making a mess. Let's just run with it. If we spill, we spill, right? Shifty-50. All right, let's pour some Steve Garvey in here. I think that's a good mix. All right, let's put the nib on there. Beautiful. Look at that. Wow. Now it doesn't look like it's mixing, but once I shake it up, you'll definitely get a good mix. Look at that, guys. It's like a beautiful purple chrome. Very, very nice. All right, let's go ahead and do a 50-50 mix in the press and go as well too, so you guys can see what that's like. These are a little bit difficult to fill, so make sure you get yourself a funnel. Not that it's going to do me much good anyways. As you guys can see, I'm pretty messy. It's part of my aesthetic. They said I was clumsy in school. They called it ADHD, whatever that is. All right, I think I overfilled this. That's okay. That gives it character. Did I mention not to do this on your mom's couch? Oh, Lordy. All right, guys, let's go ahead and try it out with the press and go. As you can see, it does a very, very nice combination. On a porous surface like this paper, the dye will bleed out and you'll get a very, very nice halo. I think Pentel makes a marker kind of like this, but it's a paint pen. But you can make it yourself with just a little bit of Steve Garvey. Dr. Guts, of course. I was going to say the silver ink of your choice, but come on, man. Got to get the Dr. Guts. But these are a lot of fun to use. Whenever you want to do something really cutty, can't go wrong with the press and go. All right, guys, let's try out the 2-ounce mop on here since we're already making a mess. And we'll see what it's like. Very, very nice. We'll try it on our tagging board over there too in a second, but figure we might as well use the paper since we're here. As you can see, you get a really nice silver with a halo on a porous surface. It gives you a lot of creative potential for any of your fine art projects, as well as whatever else you might want to do. All right, let's try out the Toxic Mop. And this, like I said, is not really a squeezable type of mop. You can squeeze it, but it's not really what it's designed for. It's more of like a clean line type of mop, and it's actually very popular. Even though drips are really the hot thing still are. Sometimes people just want a clean line, and that's what it does. Very nice. Let's try it out on the glass. All right, so we're gonna hit up the homie Hurl. You can see what it looks like here. So this is the Toxic Mop, and on the glass, it's really gonna start bleeding out. In fact, it'll probably become illegible eventually because of the dye by itself. It doesn't really have anything to stick to, so it just starts to spread across the paper, or I'm sorry, the glass. But it's got a really neat aesthetic. That is for sure. But you know, on a painted door, something like that, it won't do that. But on here, wow. And some people just like to make a mess. As my aunt used to say, sometimes a boy just likes to jump in a muddy puddle, right? All right, but I think she meant something else by that. Let's try out the... Wow, look at that drip. I really gave that a heavy squeeze though. Let me try it with a little bit less squeezing. I think it's just gonna drip anyways. But that's what people want. They want the drips. Wow, look at that. That 50-50 mix right there is just amazing. Without too much squeezing, you still get a very nice legible tag, but just a really cool aesthetic. I don't know if you can see it on this side. Let me try and go like this with it. Can you guys see that? The purple mixed in, it's really cool. Hopefully that's showing up on the video. All right, let's try out the 2-ounce mop. And let's see. All right, let's do another 2-ounce mop tag here. We're gonna hit a Hurl. And I'm giving it a real heavy squeeze, as you can tell, because I just want to do it for dramatic effect here. Wow, look at that. Wow. They mix together so nice. You just do a non-squeeze type. So you see, if you really want to get it really wild, you definitely want to squeeze it. Now this is a 50-50 mix. If you do like a 75-25 mix, it won't be quite as crazy. And that's probably going to be a better combination for someone who's, let's just say, more active on the street. I'd say probably a 75-25 would be a better way to go. But I just really wanted to freak it out and see what it looked like. And as you can see, it's extremely drippy. Look at that. Wow, that's beautiful. Beautiful destruction. That is my art.
Camera is rolling and action.
All right, guys, that's it. The Heavy Flow Kit. You get all of this for $9.99, and it is a one-day special. So if you see this after tomorrow, it is gone, gone, gone. So get yours while you can. But just make sure when you do this, don't open these up on your mom's couch, because I don't want to get the phone calls. But thank you very much, guys. This is GR signing out. 206-365-4083. 206-365-4083. That's artprimo.com. We got all your creative supplies, anything you need. If you want to make a mess like most artists do, we got you. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.